description below so that you can see how you can watch.
Turn the light on here. Second. Oh, let me mute this.
We're on across the entire state of Hawaii. So,
And then leave it there, and if I have to come out, I'll come out this way.
All right. Nobody watching. Wait a couple minutes. Got somebody in here. Hello, first one. Wait a few minutes. See if we get a couple more folks in the room, and then we'll get started on the update. Hi, Lisa. Waited just a couple minutes, and then we'll get started here. So you got about some people coming into the room. Thank you, guys. It's just some Vegas views from our latest update that we did, the spring update for March and April. This was actually really fun to put together. Got a lot of cool video of just being around town. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started here, guys, because we have a lot. And hey, Brian, what's up? Boston in the house. We're going to get started here on this update because I have a dentist appointment at 1 o'clock, and I am not looking forward to it because I know they're going to do all those crazy x-rays and you have to bite and photograph and all this stuff. But so let's get started. There's a lot going on in Vegas this weekend. UNLV women's basketball team, 21 wins in a row. There's some conference championship games happening here in town at the Orleans Arena, as well as Michelob Ultra, which is by Mandalay Bay. You know what, guys? If you're coming to Vegas and want to do something different, a sporting event that you may not do otherwise, great prices on tickets for these types of events, and they're fun. You know, the Michelob Ultra Arena is over at Mandalay Bay, so it gives you an opportunity to check out that property if you haven't been there before. And then the Orleans Arena, which is a great local spot here, not far from the Strip. They've got great food, great restaurants, great bars, chill gambling, and you can check out some conference basketball while you're here also. So sorry, guys, just adjusting that. Let's see. So let's get started. So if you're coming in to town and you watched our last update, we spoke about weather being wacky. And the weather's kind of settling down now, and we're getting into that where we should have been a couple weeks ago for spring. So tomorrow, Thursday, the 9th, it's going to be a high of 66, which is perfect daytime weather to be out and about on the Strip or downtown Fremont Street area. The weather's just perfect to be outside. Keep in mind, though, I don't think the casinos have caught up with the outside temperature because it's really warm inside of the casino. So you want a light jacket and maybe just a t-shirt underneath that you can take off while you're in the casino properties or in the restaurants because it's really hot in there. So just keep that in mind. But the weather is beautiful this weekend. We're getting into the low 70s, guys. Sunday, I believe we see a high of 74 here in Vegas. So it's beautiful. And you know what? With that, pools. So let's talk about pools. Pools are opening here. A couple of them have already opened, like Mirage opened on March 2nd. But I can't imagine there were 2 people there because it was freezing. Too many people. It was freezing outside. And on March 1st, we had like a blizzard here in Vegas. So, but they're open. Pools are opening. We put together for our channel a playlist of all of our pool videos. If you guys are looking for, what the pool experiences are here in Vegas, check out that playlist. It's a nice little playlist. We have everything from Excalibur to Mirage, Caesar's Palace, Flamingo we review, Bellagio, Mandalay Bay is in there. So check out our pool playlist. We put them all together for you guys and to make it easy for you guys to watch there as you're planning your Vegas vacations and heading to the pool here in Vegas. With the warm weather, which is typical here in Vegas, we are going to have a slight breeze, but it's not a cold breeze. So a couple of weeks ago, we had like mid 50s and breezy, but it was a cold breeze that was coming through. So it felt a lot cooler than what the air temperature said. This time, it's the opposite. We've got a nice warm breeze. It's just a beautiful time to be in Vegas here, guys. So this is funny, and let's get into some announcements and what's going on in town this weekend while you're here in Vegas. So this was just announced this morning. So I don't know if you guys, what your age range or musical preferences are, but if you remember T.I., very popular about 20 years ago, and then did some reality TV show stuff. Well, he's at it again. He's switching it up again. This time, he's going the stand-up comedian way. And maybe, I don't know, maybe he's been hanging out with Tom Brady or something, talking about major career changes and being stand-up comics. But he's going to be here in town March 10th through 12th. So that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday here in Vegas at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, which is down the Link Promenade and is open. I've been there a couple times just to hang out at the bar. Actually saw Chris Kattan over there. It's a great venue for stand-up comedy. And it's a great little hangout area if you're not even going into the stand-up comedy venue, but just want to get a couple drinks, sit on the couch and hang out with some friends. But T.I., he's going the stand-up comedy route. I don't know. I saw that this morning. So I can see Steve-O out there on one of those roasts and just, crash and burn. I hope T.I. does great as he's out there at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club this weekend in the Link Promenade. And again, Link Promenade is a really cool place to check out. Great people watching, lots of food options, lots of drink options, some retail in there. And it's not too pricey, actually, for Vegas. So it's a fun little area to check out. So there's another new thing coming to Vegas, and this is going to be at Resorts World Las Vegas. It's an immersive art experience, psychedelic immersive art experience that's going to be at Resorts World Las Vegas. They just announced that, and that's not going to be this weekend. That's coming in April. Just announced it. It's going to be April 21st. You have 50 large pieces and over 200,000 square feet of immersive art at Resorts World. So I know that's not this weekend, but it was just recently announced. And that's going to be over at Resorts World Las Vegas coming in April. So pretty cool. And you know what? And if you're here this weekend and never been to Resorts World, totally worth checking out. The food hall is great. So many different options. It's an absolutely beautiful property down there. So totally worth checking out. Wanted to just kind of talk about this a little bit. Maybe some of you guys were here this past weekend, which was a mega sports weekend here in Vegas. We had baseball, we had UFC, we had hockey, we had NASCAR, we had tennis, we had basketball. We had so much going on in Vegas. So at UFC here at T-Mobile Arena, in between the fights, Jake Gyllenhaal, they shot some scenes for a Roadhouse reboot that's being filmed right now. Now, I don't know if it's being filmed entirely in Vegas, but I know that his character, he is the main character, at some point in the movie winds up in a UFC octagon, and they shot it this past weekend at UFC. So that was pretty amazing because there was a huge crowd at T-Mobile Arena this past weekend for that big fight that happened. And Jake Gyllenhaal up in there between fights, shot a fight scene for the Roadhouse movie remake that's coming up. So that's one of those things about Vegas. I mentioned before in a previous live, Mark Wahlberg hanging out down there at the Stratosphere, doing some filming for a movie. And he actually lives here in Vegas, which is interesting. So you never know what you might see or what you might experience here in Vegas. Those guys that went to the UFC event this past weekend, they didn't know that there was going to be a fight scene for a movie until they were in the venue already. So that's pretty cool. And I'm sure those guys have, or people, had a really nice experience and a great story to take home and share with their friends and family of their Vegas weekend. Another interesting announcement, and this one I'm just kind of, if you guys know more, please comment below and give an update. But they're talking about that train from Southern California to Vegas again. It's in the local news, talking about how it's in motion. It's made further progress to actually breaking ground and starting to get built. And that's going to be that train from Southern California to Vegas. But I feel like it's been a conversation that's been happening since at least the first time that I moved to Vegas in 2018. That conversation was still happening. Positive feedback, negative feedback. But I feel like once Vegas sets their mind on building something, it gets done. And you'll see that when you're in town, if you happen to be on the Koval side, that's the road behind Flamingo, Harrah's on that side. Formula One building, I feel like that thing could be done like in 2 weeks. They're making so much progress on that thing. They've got 3 levels built already, and that's going to be a permanent fixture because, like I shared before, Formula One is going to be an annual event here in Vegas. The first one is kicking off in November, but it's going to be an annual event here in Vegas. And that facility, like I said, they've made tremendous progress back there. Another venue that's made tremendous progress is the Sphere, that giant black ball down there by the convention center and Westgate area. They're testing the lights on the outside. Looks really, really cool. You guys should check it out. They test the lights at night. So check that out if you guys are in town. And again, that's going to be U2. U2 is going to open up that venue. That's the first event, and that's supposed to be this November as well, where they're performing their entire 1991 album, Octung Baby. And that's a 360 experience in there. So that's going to be really cool. Totally worth checking out. Some other folks that were spotted in town here at one of my favorite places to go, the Golden Tiki. If you guys haven't been, check it out. It's really cool, you know, and be curious. Open up the portholes. You never know what you might see, but be warned that it's definitely something you're not going to see in your everyday bar, even here in Vegas at the Golden Tiki. Bryan Cranston, he was out there signing autographs and taking pictures at the Golden Tiki, which again, I love that place. It's so cool. They've got TVs above the bar playing old like surf videos, great music, great live music. Really cool place. Don't let the strip mall that it sits in intimidate you or make you second guess your decision to go to the Golden Tiki, because it is in the middle of a strip mall, but that's Vegas. There's a lot of stuff in strip malls. Vegas loves strip malls. The Golden Tiki, awesome, worth checking out. You never know who you might see, right? Bryan Cranston was just over there with Aaron Paul, signing autographs, drinking tequila, taking pictures with people. So totally cool. Another announcement, the Punk Rock Museum is opening on March 10th. So that's, what's today? Wednesday. That's Friday. They're opening, and that's downtown. So check it out. That's a permanent museum, the Punk Rock Museum, that's going to be in Vegas. So if you're not here this weekend and that's something that interests you, it's opening, kicking off on Friday, March 10th. So check it out. They're going to have old flyers, old photos. They're going to have clothing exhibits from some of your favorite punk rock bands. And again, that's right downtown. And it adds more to that downtown experience. I know I talk about the downtown area, the arts district, quite a bit. And that's because I feel like it's such a cool little area worth checking out. It's close to the Strip, worth a quick, $10 in a lift to go down there, do some bar hopping, check out some of the breweries, some of the great food, live music, and especially now with the weather warming up into the high 60s, low mid 70s over the next few days, the weather's going to be perfect for that part of town. So check it out if you're in town. Let's see what's going on in town. All right, let's get into some of the bigger things that are happening in town. We've got M Resort, who is building another tower, another hotel tower. So they're doubling their occupancy, their space there at M Resort. They're also doubling the size of the casino floor, which is great. I've been to M Resort. I used to love their buffet back in the day. I haven't been there since buffets kind of gone away, and we've been doing other things with the TV show. But M Resort is a great property. That's actually a really popular property for pools during the summer. A lot of locals go there. They attract a lot of great bands to the M Resort. Always a good time down there. So if you're around and you're interested in checking out Jeff Ross, he's going to be there March 11th. Yes, Jeff Ross, the Roast Master General. He always gets teased about the Comedy Central roast being the only thing that he does, but he's actually a producer of that event, and he does a lot of things behind the scenes with that type of stuff. So he's going to be here in Vegas. You've got Michael Bolton that's going to be here at the Palms tomorrow, March 9th. He's going to be there at the Pearl Theater. If you're not a Michael Bolton fan like me, it's not that I don't like the guy. I just wouldn't go out of my way to see him in concert. But he's going to be at the Palms. The Palms is beautiful. They did an amazing job with the remodel over there. If you guys haven't been, they've got a great seafood buffet that gets a lot of chatter on social media. It's a beautiful property. The bars, casino, the gambling, the energy, like it's, I just wish it was closer to the Strip, because I feel like it would get a lot more traffic and a lot more attention like it deserves, because they did an amazing job on that property there. Let's see. So this was just announced. And if you guys, just for whatever, this is just like one of those Vegas things, like Vince Neil putting his house up on the market a couple weeks ago. Siegfried and Roy's house is on the market. It is for sale. If you've got $3 million laying around and want a piece of Vegas history, Siegfried and Roy's home is for sale. And it is a massive lot. Like, they've got like 3 guest houses on the property. Of course, the main house, they've got several pools and tennis courts and just all kinds of stuff over there. So that's just if you're interested in that kind of thing. So let's talk about some of the concerts. And there's always your musicians, your burlesque shows, piano bars. Those things are always happening. So it's not that we at Ninth Island Connection don't care about promoting those guys. Is that you guys know, as you just walk up and down the Strip, you're going to see music somewhere. You're going to see Big Elvis at Harrah's doing his thing, and then karaoke in the evenings at Harrah's. That just happens all the time here in Vegas. So some of the updates that we give and concert announcements are some of the bigger things, right? So Donny Osmond is in town this weekend. Wayne Newton, who's getting up there in age. If you're like me and have always wanted to see him just because he's a Vegas icon. I mean, he's been performing here since he was at 15, 16 years old. He was headlining here in Vegas. He's getting up there in age. He's performing. Check him out, because who knows how much longer it's going to be till you can see him. Raiding the Rock Vault, which is another great concert. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. First time I saw it, it was at the Hard Rock before it was Virgin. I've seen it a couple more times after that. Totally worth checking out and worth the ticket price. Such a fun concert. The Jets Experience, that's going to be over at the Miracle Mile Shops over at the V Theater. That's an 80s, 90s tribute thing, and a couple of original members from the Jets are the ones that head that up. And again, that's in the Miracle Mile Shops over there by Blondie's and the Salsa Cantina, the V Theater area. So check that out. What else do we have? So all the Cirque shows are back in business. So there's a lot of them, and every single one of them are fantastic. I have not seen Mad Apple. That's the only one that I haven't seen, but hear nothing but great things. Mad Apple, that's the new Cirque show that's over at New York, New York. So totally worth checking out. And I can say from all of the Cirque shows that I've seen, totally worth the ticket price. Such a great experience. Actually, kind of cheap for the experience. I think you'll walk out feeling like it was only that much for the ticket and had a great time. Your piano bars, like I mentioned, are in business. There's one at Bellagio that's super chill. Of course, we all know the one at Harrah's there. That's always a great time. So those are the things that are always happening, and you really don't have to come out of pocket to enter to hang out at a piano bar. You're really just paying for your drinks or whatever you're doing there. Hey, Blair, thank you so much. Yeah, looking forward to being in town for Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for supporting our channel there, Blair. We appreciate you so much. All of you guys that continue to support us. Thank you so much. Um, so we've got Menopause, the musical is in town. Carrot Top is doing his thing at Luxor. And he actually does a lot in town. He's somebody that you will see. I've seen him before at a restaurant. We were there having lunch and he came in with his dog and we were just petting his dog. And my wife looked up and was like, oh, that's Carrot Top. Super nice guy. But he's doing his thing over at Luxor and he's been there for a long time. So that's got to say something about his show over there. You've got V, the ultimate variety show. I've seen it a couple times. It's a fun experience. It's a lower end ticket price for them, but it's a Vegas experience. So if you're not looking to spend what you would on a Cirque show or any other of the higher end shows, V, the ultimate Vegas experience, is totally worth checking out, and it's a fun time out. Let's see. You've got Tape Face. He's still doing his thing down there on the Strip. He was from America's Got Talent. He's going to be in town this weekend. The Las Vegas Guns and Knives Convention is happening this weekend here in Vegas. So the reason that I bring that up is because it's 2023 and Vegas is wide open. Conventions are back in full force. So with conventions, what do you get? You get crowds, right? So it's kind of like a perfect storm for it being a busy weekend here in Vegas. You've got the convention going on. You've got pools open. You've got so many shows in town. It's going to be busy. It's going to be a fun time if you're in Vegas this weekend. You've also got, I'm excited for this one, Jane's Addiction, March 12th at the Cosmopolitan. The Cosmopolitan is a great venue for concerts, really for everything. If you're not going to Jane's Addiction and looking to do something at Cosmopolitan, you've always got Opium, which is a great event, really, really fun. Thank you so much there, Blair. Again, we appreciate you. Such a fun time over there at the Cosmopolitan. You might win a little bit of money. I was walking through the Cosmopolitan. I stopped at a Wheel of Fortune machine and put $20 in, wound up cashing out at $75. And that was about 10 minutes. So it's really a fun property, high energy. The food is great at Cosmopolitan in the Block 16 food hall. You've got 3 different speakeasies in there. Yes, 3 of them. Everybody knows about the barbershop and the Ghost Donkey, but there's another one. I'm not going to tell you where it is. You'll have to find it yourself. You've got Usher in town. Usher is killing it here in Vegas. He's a performer. Like, he does his thing. And he's going to be back at Park MGM Friday and Saturday this weekend. And keep in mind, Park MGM is 100% non-smoking. It's a non-smoking property. So just keep that in mind. And some people have strong feelings about it. I've had people comment, I'll never set foot in Park MGM again. I don't know why. I feel like that's a little bit extreme. They're not like saying they, anything against people smoking cigarettes. It's just not allowed on the property. And check out the venue, because the different, not the venues, but the events and the event organizers themselves have various restrictions on what's allowed in the venue. And that's like what the size of a purse can be, whether you can take pictures in there or not. So they might lock your phone up. They might not lock it up. They all have their own restrictions on what they allow in. And it's not T-Mobile Arena, it's not Park MGM. It's the event and the event organizer, because essentially what they're doing is just leasing the space. So they have their own rules there in place. So Usher, he's going to be down there Friday, Saturday. The park area outside between Park MGM and New York, is an awesome spot to just kind of chill and be outside. So even if you're not going down for the concert, take an afternoon, head on down there and just, chill outside. It's a fun little area there. You've also got David Blaine on Friday over at Resorts World Las Vegas. Now, Resorts World, they've got Katy Perry, they've got Luke Bryan, they've got David Blaine. They've got some whoppers for headliners. They've got some really big names coming in. And I think part of that is there's really nothing around Resorts World. So they've got to bring in those big names to keep people at that property and keep them entertained. And it's a beautiful property. I can't say this enough. And Resorts World doesn't pay me, but Resorts World, if you're watching and you want to, I'll happily accept it. It's a beautiful property, totally worth checking out. And while you're down in that area, you can pop over to Sahara, which is kind of across the street near Resorts World, Las Vegas. Totally worth checking out. We were just down there shooting for an upcoming episode of our TV show, Ninth Island Connection. We interviewed a couple guys from Magic Mike Live that happened to be from Hawaii. Really great guys and a great show there. So definitely worth checking out if you're down there. That's it, guys. That's all we got for this update. Short and sweet. I'll answer a couple questions if I. Oh, Momofuku. Love Momofuku. Also, a few seats have the lights of the strip. Yeah, Cosmopolitan. Yeah, I love it. Love it down there. Momofuku, that is like the best ramen and pork belly that I've ever had. I'm not a big foodie, but there is. I love pork belly. And Momofuku definitely has the best ramen that I've had on the strip. Now, there's tons of places off strip that I'm sure can compete. But that pork belly, it's like butter, guys. Oh, sorry. I wanted to thank you guys. We recently went through 9,000 subscribers, which is just an amazing accomplishment. I feel like just a couple weeks ago, we hit 8,000. So I don't know if the algorithm is just kind of liking us now. Hopefully, it's a combination of the content that we create, you guys spreading the word about us and watching our videos and commenting. And obviously new viewers finding us. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. We appreciate you more than you know. If it weren't for you guys, we would not have this channel here, right? My first visit to your channel. Well, welcome, Janice. Thank you. Take a look around. So we are a lifestyle television show called Ninth Island Connection. Our television show airs every week across the entire state of Hawaii on K5, and we air on CBS. We also air all across Southern California with Cox Cable on YourView. We air every Thursday in Yuma, Arizona. We air here in Vegas about 15 times per week. Our content is on 3 different TV stations, 14, 37, and 379. And we started this YouTube channel. Well, like everybody else, we were locked up in 2020, had a lot of content and thought, why don't we take a stab at putting some videos together with all of the content we have from Vegas? And it's just taking on a life of its own. Feel free to comment. Please comment on any videos there, Janice. Let us know what you guys want to see. We do our best to bring you that through our channel. So we appreciate it. Thank you for coming. All about Vegas news. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you for the congratulations. Yeah, no, it was. I was really shocked when I saw it. I was like, holy cow! I can't believe we're up to 9,000, and in just a couple days, we're around 9,100. Thank you, Gregory. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Carlos is right over here. Let me grab him fast. He can make a cameo. Come, Papa. Come on. Here is Carlos. Let me lower this a little bit. Hey, buddy. Everyone, this is Carlos. You'll see him a lot in our videos. We actually found him when we lived in Hawaii. Somebody abandoned him when he was just 8 months old. And now he's about 11. Wow, it's been a while. He loves to travel. And he loves hotel rooms. If you guys watch our videos, he just loves all the pillows. So thank you guys for appreciating him. Yep, he's our mascot, Vegas Carlos. Yeah. All right, little guy, you can go back to the couch. All right, guys. Well, that's it. I've got to get out of here and get to my dentist appointment that I am not looking forward to. But if I see you guys around town, if you guys see us around town, please say hello. We love hearing where you guys are from. And I do my best to respond to all comments on our videos. If I miss you for whatever reason, please direct message us on Instagram. I manage Ninth Island Connection on Instagram. And I'm quicker to respond to those messages right there than I am on YouTube, because on the mobile app, you kind of only see a couple of them and they can get buried. So I do my best to respond to all comments. If I miss you for some reason and it's pressing, please reach out on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok. Watch our TV show if you can. I'll put in the description where you can watch our television show. And again, guys, thank you so much for all of your support on our TV show and this project here, Ninth Island Connection on YouTube. Thank you, guys. Take care. See you, Blair. Thank you again.